Hello, welcome to welcome to this session. We will learn about operators in C today. What is an operator? An operator is a symbol that performs certain mathematical or logical computations inside a program. So operators are used to manipulate data and variables. Examples are plus, minus, etc. that we see in our day-to-day life. How do you define an operation? Operation is the process of computation or the processing that happens inside an expression is called as operation. Example, addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. Operand is the data item that on which an operator acts. So in general, how do you define an operation? Here you could see an example, C is equal to A plus B. Here this entire process is called as operation and the operation name is addition. The data on which the operand is acting, that is A and B, are called as operands. And what is that which is signifying the process? Plus. Plus is the symbol which is called as operator. We now try to have a look at the types of operators provided by C. Language C supports three different types of operators based on the number of operands used in an operation. So unary acts on one operand, binary acts on two operands, ternary acts on three operands. So C is a language which has large built-in set of operators. And according to the type of processing happening, the operators are divided into arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, increment and decrement operators, conditional operators, bitwise operators, and special operators. Dear students, here the operators can be unary, binary, or ternary. There is only one ternary operator in C, which is conditional operator. Rest all 7 operators are either classified as unary or binary. Let's go ahead and seeing the first operator, that is arithmetic operator. We all know those 5 basic operators that provides us with addition, subtraction, multiplication, which we generally do in our day-to-day life. That is plus for addition, minus, star for multiplication, by for quotient, and modulo division, that is percentile symbol for modulo division. And these are a few examples. C is equal to A plus 5, D is equal to E minus 5, K is equal to 3 into G, etc. There are 3 classifications in arithmetic operations. Integer arithmetic, which involves both integer operands and the result is an integer. Real arithmetic, which involves either both as float arguments or double arguments and the result is float or double. And mixed mode arithmetic, as the name says, which involves one operand of one type and the other operand of another type. But ultimately, the answer is always the largest operand. Next, relational operators. Many times we require comparison of quantities to perform a logical operation. Such are called as relational operators. They either return 0 or 1 depending upon the truthness or falseness of the expression. If a particular condition is true, it returns 1, and if a particular condition is false, it returns 0. So they are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, is equal to, and not equal to. All the relational operators are purely binary operators. Arithmetic operators are also binary operators. Coming back to logical operators, when we have to check out more than one condition to evaluate an expression, then we move for logical operators, because relational operators do not help in combining more than one conditions. So there are 3 types of logical operators: logical and logical logical not. Logical and logical are binary, and logical not is unary operator. So logical and logical or truth table is as shown below. Logical and is true when both are true, and logical or is true when at least one of the expression is true. Whereas logical not gives true when the expression is false and gives false when the expression is true. So logical not is a unary operator. Assignment operators. If you want to assign a value to an expression to a variable, then we use an assignment operator. Assignment operators are available in a class called as shorthand assignment operators. Example, we can write b plus is equal to 5, which implies b is equal to b plus 5. So the shorthand assignment operators are applied with arithmetic operators and bitwise operators as well. The only thing to remember while working with assignment operators is on the left hand side of an assignment operator, that is nothing but is equal to, you have to always have a variable. You can't write 5 is equal to x, which is totally against the semantics of the language, but we can always write x is equal to 5. So on the left hand side, the L value of the expression should always be a variable, and the right hand side can be a constant or a variable or an expression. Coming back to the next set of operators called as increment and decrement operators. Increment operator is meant to add a value by 1, increase the value of a variable by 1, and decrement operator meant to decrease the value of a variable by 1. They both are unary operators but exist in two different forms, pre-increment and post-increment. They only act on variables and it is not valid to use constants. Float variables or double variables cannot be used, with increment operators. On the other hand, when we go to the next ternary operator called as conditional operator, which takes three data items or which acts on three data items. Max number, example, expression 1, this is of the syntax, expression 1, question mark, expression 2, colon, expression 3. How do you understand this ternary operator? Value of an expression is equal to expression 1 question mark expression 2 colon expression 3. How does this get executed? Expression 1, if it is true, then the answer is expression 2. But if expression 1 evaluates to false, then the answer is expression 3. This is how the ternary operator gets executed. Dear students, ternary operator can also be nested. We will now move to the seventh operator, that is bitwise operator. C is a language that supports large number of operations on bitwise data or bits. So bit manipulations becomes an important part of C language, which is very easy to do using the bitwise operators supported by C language. The bitwise operators are used to test the bits, shift the bits from right to left, etc. Bitwise operators cannot be applied on floating and double variables. Except bitwise one's complement, all the other operators are binary operators and only bitwise one's complement is a unary operator in bitwise operators. This is about the truth table of bitwise operators. Bitwise AND, it is 0, 0, 0. 1 when both are 1. Bitwise OR, 1 when any one is 1. Bitwise XOR is an odd operator. Bitwise XOR is also called as bitwise exclusive OR. It is called as odd function. So that gives 1 when the inputs are different and gives 0 when the inputs are same. So that's a small thing to remember. Bitwise shift left operator shifts are used for shifting bits. And the last category is special operators. The job of special operator to do is to do a special functions. Example, ampersand that returns the address of a variable. Example, star, which is used for pointers. Example, size of, that is used to understand what is the amount of size a particular data type or a variable occupies inside a computer. So this is about the rich set of operators provided by language C. And here, this is about operators. We will move ahead and learn in the next lesson.